Welcome to a special matchup. We don't get this that often. Two teams ranked in the top 10. They've earned their spot. Now each trying to strengthen their college football playoff resume. And welcome to Sooner Nation and the Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium, as we'll see the number 9 team in the land, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Oklahoma Sooners.
For EA Sports College Football, Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get right to the action.
And the Sooners will kick this deep to begin the game. Return starts from inside the 5. Excellent work by the coverage team he's brought down after just a short return. So Notre Dame's offense trots out there to open this game. And all eyes, Kirk, in this matchup of elite wide receivers. They got great skill. They got big personalities. You know they want to outdo each other in this showdown today.
Well, it's a showcase opportunity for both of these two wide receivers. A lot of eyes on them, not only in college football, but I don't know the last time, Chris, we were on the field pregame and saw so many NFL personnel evaluating these two to see who ends up stepping up and playing better. I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. On the ground, it's low. Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss.
Boy, great job by this defense on this second down run. Just stonewalled him at the line of scrimmage. Now they get a chance to really pressure the quarterback here, try to get off the field.
So on the opening drive, they're backed up here now, 3rd and 9. Dropping back, it's Carr. Grab down the middle, it's Field. Down, but he reaches the 30-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another first down for this offense.
Notre Dame getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Finds a man to the left. Big catch downfield. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
What a great throw here and an even better catch by this Notre Dame wide receiver. And Chris, let's be honest. If Notre Dame's going to become this top 5 team, this consistent brand, this is where they've got to make their biggest strides. The ability to make plays downfield and have the speed to be able to play with the big boys in college football.
Got the first down and still motoring. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
I mean, this is exactly how they wanted to start when it opened up this game, especially on the road. This is a really well-blocked play. Pick up a good chunk of yards. And if you're the offensive line, this is what you've talked about all week in your meetings. Establish the line of scrimmage and take control of things up front. They give their running back plenty of room to pick up those good yards.
Caught over the middle. It's Fields. Tackle made at the 13, but here we go, a red zone opportunity.
Love the aggressive approach here by the play caller. First drive of the game, why not? Vertical passing game is on fire, picking up big gains.
Notre Dame has moved now into the red zone. On first down, it's play action. He cannot escape. It's a sack.
This is exactly how you can slow down the momentum and a rhythm of an offense. You got to get some tackles for a loss and some sacks. This time, they come up with a sack by getting after that quarterback.
And here comes the noise. This crowd is trying to inspire this defense to make a big red zone stop. Back to throw. It's Carr. Quick throw, catch made on the out route. And heads out of bounds after a decent gain.
Well, it's a game of matchups. Always has been and it always will be, especially on the perimeter. And the quarterback believes his guy is better than their guy.
Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today.
The pass rush closing in.
Oh, down he goes. It's a sack.
Great call here going with that nickel defense, giving you more speed on the field on that third down and long. Nowhere to go. Gave the defensive line plenty of time to come up with that sack. And now it's fourth down and long.
So on fourth down, they will settle for a field goal attempt. This will be a 35-yard attempt.
The field goal is good. So we have our first points on the board. That makes it 3-0.
Well, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. The Sooners offense gets their first crack now. And Kirk, how cool is this matchup? You got an elite quarterback. We talked to him about the opportunity to face a corner on the other side who's just as elite.
You know, anytime that you're a corner and you consider yourself the best in the country, there's no better opportunity than going up against one of the top quarterbacks in the country. Let's see who can step up and show that they're the better player.
And he drops it. Can you believe it?
Well, Chris, as you know, anymore in college football, these tight ends are essentially wide receivers. They move them all over the place and try to find a good matchup. And they had one. They're just unable to complete the pass.
So second down after the incompletion. Caught behind the line. It's Gibson.
The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line.
Well, this is exactly what you want to see from the defense. Yeah, you give up the catch, but you're right there to be able to stop this receiver from making any yards after the catch.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in third and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? The sure hands. It's Burks. The Sooners will line up to punt it away. Son to kick it away, helping his team with field position. And he takes it at the 40. They finally get him down, but that's a solid return. Good work by the return man. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Defense makes the tackle as the final seconds of this first quarter run out.
So, Kirk, as we hit the quarter break here, Notre Dame has the lead. And at the end of the first quarter, let's check out the stats so far. Plenty of time for some plot twists here as we begin the second quarter. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. Off the RPO, caught to the right. Tackle made, but the gain moves the ball to the 30.
This is what makes the RPO so difficult to defend if you have a quarterback who can read it. It's that old argument, which guy has the chalk last? Well, with a quarterback that can read it like that, the quarterback has the chalk last. He reads that they're up, makes the throw in the quick slant, gets some really good yards.
They'll try the option play here. He'll pitch it. They got him behind the line. The option fools no one. Second down after that previous play. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Love this early in the game by this defense, taking control of the line of scrimmage, not giving this back anywhere to go, and they keep him short of the first down.
Critical third down play for this offense right here. Back to pass. It's Carr. Swarmed by the pass rush. A sack.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, Chris, is people like to say this is an obvious passing situation. It's really hard to vary things up and confuse the defense. This time the defensive line just came right in expecting the pass and blew up the play.
And here comes the punter onto the field. And the punt will land in the end zone for a touchback. Okay, so here comes the Oklahoma offense back on the field. They're coming off a quick 3-and-out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency. And he goes nowhere. Stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
My gosh, this offensive line's got to do a better job of blocking. The defense was zeroed in on the ball carrier and absolutely nowhere to go for the offense.
After the first down loss, it's 2nd and long from the 17. Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. Hit as he releases it, and the pass falls incomplete.
Anytime a quarterback's able to recognize a free rusher like that, that's what the check down is for. He has to recognize the protection issues quickly and pivot.
So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. He lets it go on the move, looking deep. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here.
Well, one of the ways a quarterback does a good job of making sure all the receivers are alive and in play is you never lock in on one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, you survey the field, look at the coverage, and here he finally finds the right guy for a nice pickup.
Looking downfield, it's Mateer. Finds that big tight end for a short pass.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice gain. Love to see the big man get his touches.
Now it's 2nd down here. It's the 2-minute timeout of what's been a really competitive game so far. Let's see if the offense can take the lead before the break. Second down play coming up. Takes the handoff. It's Barnes. They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from a first down.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Offense trying to move into scoring position if they could convert 3rd and short here from the 50. Taking a deep shot here to the right. It's dropped. Would have been a big play, but he could not hold on.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here, 3rd and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this 4th and short.
And at 4th down, they'll punt it away here. And that punt will just bounce out of bounds, so no return. Here's the first play of the drive now. They begin from their own 11. Receiver in motion now. Big pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And he'll be smothered right at the line for no gain.
Great recognition and discipline here by this defense on that touch pass. You know, these touch passes can be a real test on that defense, and they passed this test with flying colors, blowing that play up.
Here's the 2nd down play. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? but they don't connect. It's incomplete, and it brings up fourth down.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this third down and long, but you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
They don't make the third down yardage. Here comes the punt team. They'll punt it from inside their own 10. And they've got the returner corralled. So they start the drive looking for some late fireworks here, less than 30 seconds before halftime. To the air, it's Mateer. Catch made on the out route. And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage.
Well, that's exactly what you need to do as a receiver in these kind of situations near the end of the half. Get some positive yards, but also stopping the clock is just as important.
Come to the line for second down and very short now. Grab behind the line. It's Burks. And a timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime.
Chris, we're still early in this game, and you can already sense the chemistry between this quarterback and the wide receiver. These two just make it look so easy.
First down, looking to throw the ball. Grab down the middle. It's Gibson. He's brought down, but an explosive play for this passing game. Offense stops the clock with their second timeout to talk strategy. The offense finally producing here. Sets up a 1st and 10. Looking to throw it from the red zone. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. They'll look to throw it here on second down. Caught near the sticks. It's Gibson. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. 1st and goal. An opportunity to take the lead before halftime. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. He makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Sooners.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All he had to do was get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. PAT makes the score 7-3. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. Fields it just outside the goal line. And the returner is tackled as time expires here in the first half. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one from Norman so far. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. For now, let's get back to the guys in the booth to start up this second half.
Notre Dame will kick it off to start the second half. And the kickoff will be a return. Returner tackled right there. That's where they'll start the drive. And the Oklahoma offense is back on the field. And they'll start the third quarter here on the ground. Breaks one tackle, gets brought down, but picks up some decent yardage.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run. You can go to play action. You really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback will throw this out of the RPO. Great swings at the 40. Oh, and he heads out of bounds after a really nice gain there.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
Looking downfield, it's Mateer. Caught in the backfield, it's Barnes. They'll actually lose yardage after the catch. The defense all over in that time.
This is not how you draw it up as an offensive coordinator. You got a first down play, and you go backwards. Now you're behind the sticks, and that play just never seemed to have much of a chance at all.
Offense getting set. It's second down. Off play action. He's looking to throw. Short pass finds the tight end. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker.
Well, this is why running the football is so important. You run the ball, and then you go play action. It affects the eyes of the safeties and linebackers and frees up some space for the tight end to be able to pick up a nice gain.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. Third and long. And the quarterback finds the tight end for the completion. Tackle made after a big play all the way to the 27.
Most defensive coordinators focus a lot of their energy on how their unit performs on third down and in the red zone. They give up a couple more third down conversions like that, and they're in for a very unpleasant film session on Monday.
Looking to throw again. Screen to the wide receiver.
Man, I love these big receivers. This time he's able to use his big frame to almost box out the defender on that slant route. If you've got good timing, and this is hard to stop.
The Sooners looking to cash in this red zone trip. It's a quarterback keeper. Slides to avoid the big hit.
We think about option plays, especially quarterback when he keeps the ball. A lot of times it's a big explosive play, but sometimes it's just about getting what you can and keep the drive moving.
And the Sooners have first and 10 here. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Gibson.
One thing we know for sure, I don't know as a play caller, you can make that call without a quarterback who can throw it with a big arm. He put that on a rope.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. Looking to throw. It's Mateer. He's got it near the end zone. They'll step out after a nice gain there, and the offense will have first and goal.
Well, the receiver does all the work here. Man, that is easy living for this quarterback. Really good footwork by the receiver, gets the separation, and at that point, it's just pitch and catch for the quarterback.
The Sooners line up with a first and goal. On the ground, trying to muscle it across the line. And he fights into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma. That's a crucial touchdown, Kirk. The offense padding its lead now here in the second half.
Yeah, you get into this second half, you start to... You're up 2 possessions. You can start to play really smart football, not just on offense, but on defense as well.
And now the try here for the extra point. Extra point makes the lead 11. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. He's going to return it from near the goal line. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. And for the first play of the drive, they'll set up at the 16. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. And they try to run inside, but nowhere to go.
Well, they keep trying to run the football, and they keep getting dominated at the line of scrimmage. That has been a theme throughout this entire game. We've talked about it earlier in the game. It's not changing at all. They've become one-dimensional, and I think it's allowed this defense to really lock in on that quarterback.
Play fake, looking to throw. The pocket breaking down. They trap him and sack him back at the 10.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
So here comes 3rd and long, trying to overcome that sack. This is going to be really difficult. Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. Just standing there, gets hit again.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
And notice how the balance of this passing game has been on display here. A whole bunch of guys getting involved, catching passes. That's tough to stop. One quarter to go. Let's see if this sets up as a classic finish. The offense stays on the field, down multiple possessions. Easy choice. Trying for a 4th down completion. Looking for a man deep down the left side. And it's hauled in. What a catch. Forced out of bounds after a big gain. This offense set up with a 1st down.
That's why you practice and work on these routes. When you get to a 4th down, you trust the receiver to run not only a good route, but know exactly where he needs to go to be able to get the distance for that 1st down.
Notre Dame getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Scanning the field. It's Carr. He's looking deep again. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up 2nd down.
Chris, I think the pressure's taking a toll on this quarterback. You can just tell the pass rush is affecting his progressions and his willingness to throw it away.
Offense lines up for a 2nd down play off the incompletion. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Drop him back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Pressure is coming. Oh, they trap him for a sack.
If I'm on this offensive line, man, I would not want to look at the game film after their performance today. It's almost like they've been moonwalking backwards the entire game, getting pushed all around by this defensive front. Chris, they've already given up 6 sacks alone in this game.
Down late, they'll keep the offense on the field, trying to chip away at this lead. 4th down, he's throwing for her. Nowhere to go here, and the ball is knocked loose. The offense recovers, but it's short of the marker. A turnover on downs.
Well, just like running backs, quarterbacks have got to do a better job of having awareness and taking care of the football. Felt like he got the ball away from his body there a little bit, allowing it to be knocked free. He caught a break because one of his own teammates was able to see that and get on top of the ball.
And the Sooners offense is back out on the field. The passing game was so effective in the last possession, right down for a touchdown. We'll see if the defense can make adjustments. He's got the first and still going. They make the stop at the 26, but it's a first down. This offense in good scoring position now.
Chris, good job here on this stop, but remember the ball is inbounds and the clock keeps moving here late in the game and you're trailing. As a defense, you got to start thinking about utilizing those timeouts. You got all three to use. At what point are you going to start putting those into play?
Little eye candy here from the offense, some pre-snap motion. Working clock with the ground game. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
Getting set. Here's second down. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. First down, looking for more now. And he stopped just short, down at the 2, but an excellent run. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. The Sooners trying to punch it in. It's first and goal. They'll try to run it in on first and goal. Couldn't quite get there, but brought down at the 1-yard line. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on second and goal. The running back here in a direct snap. Touchdown, Sooners. This offense really clicking.
Man, that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield, or he may go for a third or a fourth later today.
Now the important point after attempt. Extra point up and good. They build the lead to 18 here in the final quarter. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. So here comes the Notre Dame offense back onto the field. The time running out. Serious urgency here. Can they score and score quickly?
Yet another incomplete pass, and this offense simply hasn't accomplished anything at all through the air today. Time is of the essence now, and a comeback seems improbable to me.
So after the incompletion, it's second down. Takes the handoff. It's Love. They'll tackle him right at the 25-yard line.
Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
So the offense faces a third and manageable here from the 25-yard line. Final 2 minutes as this offense desperate to get some points here quickly and try to stage a big comeback. So the offense faces a third and manageable here from the 25-yard line. And the tight end goes in motion before the snap. On third and short, they try to pick it up on the ground. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain.
You know, even though that these guys are facing a deficit, they're not just going all through the air. Love the fact that you're running the football, keeping this defense honest, not panicking by just throwing every single down. Now you got a new set of downs and a chance to keep moving the ball down the field.
Back to throw. It's Carr. Quick throw to his receiver. Grab down the middle. It's Pauling. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down.
Chris, how about the offensive balance these last couple plays we're seeing from these guys? Not only are they balanced, but the explosiveness. A big run followed up by a big play through the air, and puts a lot of pressure on this defense.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Makes the grab with plenty of room to run. They bring him down, but a nice play moves the football to the 31 and a first down.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
First down, looking to throw the football. That's reeled in. It's Love.
I love what the defense is doing here. Sitting back, giving up some plays underneath, tackling these guys inbounds, and just keep that clock rolling.
Offense getting set up. Here's second. Looking for a man. Locates the tight end. It's complete. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Well, this offense has a long way to be able to get back and potentially win this game, but they're doing the right things, managing the clock, picking up good yards, and getting out of bounds.
Notre Dame getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. From the shotgun, drops back. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Brought down, but the completion moves the ball inside the 10-yard line. Defense getting pushed back. Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Back to pass. It's Carr. Bringing pressure. Oh, the pass rush gets home.
Chris, I'm really surprised by the way this game has turned out. That's another sack by this defense. They've done such a great job of preparing a plan to get ready for one of the top quarterbacks in the country. They've kept him out of sync, applied pressure, and a big part of the reason they're enjoying this lead right now.
So here comes 3rd and long. Giving up that sack has made this a real challenge for the other. There's a fumble way behind the line of scrimmage. Defense makes the recovery a turnover.
How about this defense flying in there trying to get their hat on the ball? They do, and they're able to pounce on it for a big turnover.
So with the lead secure here, it's time to just take a knee, run out the clock, and plan the victory celebration. It's the coach's favorite formation, victory formation. Quarterback just takes a knee. This was a case of a higher-ranked, respected team that came in here and handled business. Did what we expected them to do, Kirk, but they did it with impressive focus and execution.
Man, you said it. These guys just seem to be on a mission today. They weren't going to let anything get in their way, especially another ranked opponent. This team was motivated from the opening kickoff.
And that's going to wrap it up. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.